Hi, I'm Randy Vance, and thanks for joining me on my dock. Today we're working with KICKER Marine Audio once again. I got to tell you, it's been a really enjoyable process to go through their lineup of fantastic audio equipment. They're constantly improving it. And in that vein, we have a new series of speakers here. These are the MSS component speakers with separate tweeters, and the MSC that are comparable to these, except that you've got the tweeter mounted into the basket of the speaker. Now there's a good reason for that, and there's a good reason for the components, and we're going to go through that right now. First of all, the superior way to get great sound on your boat is to mount the tweeter nearby rather than in the basket with the mid-range speaker. That avoids a frequency sound dip, which is most prominent in voice tones. It comes from the sound waves bouncing between the mid-range cone and the tweeter back mounted in the same cage. Now the tweeter domes are made from a very expensive and a very well-refined material. Whereas interior stereo systems are going to be using silk, we're using a product here called Teteron. It's finer than silk, offers all the same responsiveness of silk tweeter domes, but it is UV resistant, water hydrophobic, it won't absorb water. That means in the marine environment, it's going to last a lot longer than silk might ever, even in your living room. The MSC coaxial speakers deliver much of the same sonic precision of the MSS series speakers, but they're packaged in a product that's more familiar and slightly easier to install. The speaker baskets are glass-infused nylon, and the speaker cones are carbon-infused for more durability in the marine environment. You have the same thing going on with all of the connections. Those are all corrosion resistant. Now, both series of speakers come in 6.5 and 8-inch speaker sets. I think the larger speaker sets are going to give you a bigger, wider range of lower tones. And if you don't have room for a subwoofer on your boat, these are the way to go. Now, both speakers are available in either black or white grills, so you can customize them to your boat. Now, there's two mounting flanges, each in black and white for the tweeters. You've got a surface mount flange, which bolts right to the bulkhead, and you've got a flush mount, which you drill out and slide back in. Both give you a beautiful finish, and you've got your choice in both of white or black. Every speaker is RGBW LED lighted. Now, every speaker is built with a silicone gasket around the flange so that when you screw it to the bulkhead, it's perfectly watertight. You've also got watertight Deutsch connectors, and that's where that saltwater corrosion resistance comes from. It's a superior way to connect up your system. KICKER Marine Audio is always improving their systems. These new MSS speakers and MSC speakers are top of the line. And when you're going to mix them with a subwoofer, we're going to talk to you about what subwoofer you're going to want to use in another episode. I'm Randy Vance, and thanks for joining me on my dock.